Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, 6:15 a.m., May 4th, and price of Bitcoin currently at 86.32. Today's analysis is typically going to be more focused on crypto. I'll also go over some of the traditional market outlook, but real quick, as you guys very well know, every Sunday, Faisal and myself do a equities breakdown of what happened in the previous week and what we're seeing for the week ahead. So you can go to the Alpha Trades YouTube channel right here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and then go check out this video right here, the bull versus bear perspective on equities from yesterday. Okay, go check it out. Really great video covering all kinds of different landscapes from different sectors. So go check it out. Okay, and you can also find us on YouTube, like I said, Alpha Trades. In these videos that I do every single day, folks, I do a lot of free content, and it doesn't hurt anyone to just give us a thumbs up, boost our channel, leave us a comment, give us a like. So I hope you guys do that just in good faith to help us grow, because I know a lot of you watch free content, but you may not be paying members. I'm not saying you have to come join the paid membership, even though I think it's a fantastic decision. Because in the paid side, here are the kinds of things that we churn out, okay? Here's our trade from yesterday. All right, here's the first trade that we entered for the shorts. Entered at 88.20 right there, stop at 89.60, as you can see, right? And once we saw the breakdown of this key marker right here around this area right here, okay, that was basically our entry point. All right, and we rode this trade down all the way to 86.35, which was our first target, as you can see. Our second target is 84.50. So far we basically caught about a $200 move to the downside, and now we're waiting for that next leg down towards 84.50. So let's get into it, okay? What do I think about the current price action of Bitcoin? Okay, first things first, I think the key structure of lower highs was established when we did something like this and then put in something like that with a lower high on that double top looking thing, right? Once we collapsed back inside this channel, I told people that, now I'm bearish, and from this high, more than likely we should hit the bottom of this channel, okay? So you can check that out in the Bitcoin analysis section. This is where we put out a lot of content, again, for our Advantage members. I let people know exactly, what I'm thinking in terms of the process of, what kind of trade I'm taking, what I'm seeing in the market, etc. Okay, so for the most part, all right, that was one of the reasons why I stated that once we got broken inside here, chances are we're likely going down here, and that's why we picked up one of our trades from 88.20 or so, which is pretty much in the middle of this candle right here. This was a confirmation that once we broke down, tested this area right here as resistance, and then start to break down. All right, so you can see we basically utilized technicals perfectly, used this candle high right here as a rejection for this top range, and then rode this all the way down. Sitting in good profit right now still, all right? Unfortunately, I think right now, what seems to be happening is we might be creating a base here, okay? The base might be, something like this and like this. It might come back down here, but then also start climbing back up. If you look on the 1 hour time frame, we technically did put in from this low, this is a higher low, right? So technically, in this range right now, we're still bullish in a sense. We're actually respecting the support, which is that 85.62 marker, okay? So let's just say, on the next hour or 2 hours, whenever, we put in a wick right here real quick, but it's a higher low wick, and then it just starts climbing up, right? So this is your low, then you put in another higher low, and then you start climbing back up. Well, then I'd be inclined to close out my short position. I probably want to flip long if and when we get over this key high right here around 87.20, okay? But I wouldn't blindly flip long because I do believe that, with this kind of downside right here, we want to see if this support actually holds, okay? You don't want to just, blindly long right here and think that we're going to go back up to 9,000 or 10,000, whatever, right? It's just an area to be careful with. Okay. All right. So that's how I'm looking at the BTC market. Okay. On the 4-hour time frame, obviously you can see big candle down, bit of a hammer. Now we might be seeing an indecision candle. So you might want to see, how the next 4-hour candle closes in about 40 minutes or so. Okay. So just like, the analysis that you see me doing right now, we have 2-a-day analyses for our Advantage members, as you can see right here. I let people know exactly what I'm thinking through the day, as well as the evening time for our European and Asian members. And this is one way we can go over our trades, let people know exactly what we're trading into, getting out of, trying to get into, etc. Okay, so I think this is the one community feature that we provide that's excellent, aside from our live equities updates that you see from Faisal, who does opening and closing updates every single day of the market. I think it's a fantastic feature of our community, and I personally believe that we are some of the hardest working people. We answer every single question whenever we can. We make sure that our members are engaged, that we have great conversations. And then, in the equity side, where we've got a ton of information, even in the Forex side, I want to show you guys a quick Forex trade right here that I took yesterday, about 109.55. Okay. I often show proof of my Forex trade and let people know exactly what I'm trading. I think any monkey can sort of say that buy this, sell that, short this or long this, right? I think it takes guts sometimes to put your money where your mouth is, show people exactly what you're getting into, when you're getting in, when you're getting out, and even, show your positions that get stopped out, like this one right here. This one got stopped out because I shorted a bit too early in Thursday or Friday last week, I think this candle pressed up just Friday, okay, stopped me out. But now I'm in a short trade on the way down, and it looks like I think all we did was take liquidity from this high and this high with this wick. I think we might be set to go down, okay? And this is my first target profit. So that's a free trade for you guys. Obviously, the risk to reward is a little bit worse right now, but when I gave it to my Advantage members yesterday, right, I think the RR was way better up here. So, just these are the points of information that I show my community every single day of the market. So it's not just crypto. We also show people how to trade Forex, and we have, oil and commodities updates too, as you can see, right? Same thing, morning and evening closing updates. So tons of information, folks. This is why I really hope people think and join the Advantage membership, not just watch the free videos, because, excuse me, the free videos can only give you so much information. By the time you watch this, we may have flipped our bias, we may have taken a trade, we may have closed out a trade, and then you're basically stuck in blaming me that, hey, well, you said this was going to happen. Well, I mean, every single moment, the market changes. So depending on how the market changes, I'm going to change my mind with it. I think the dumb person is the one who, completely holds his, strongly held beliefs and does not adapt with the market, right? So what you need to do is be adaptable with the market and change with the winds, okay? And this is, I think, one thing that we do great with our community due to our, live updates. And sometimes, actually, if you see this right here, Advantage Stream, what I do is mid-afternoon streams where I just hop into Discord, share my screen right here within Discord itself, and I show people live exactly what's going on in the market. Sometimes I pull up, Twitter feeds, I pull up CNBC, and I show people live on Discord itself, exactly what I'm seeing in the market, how we can change our positioning, if we need to switch our bias, etc. Okay, so I'm really, happy and glad that these are the things that we accomplish in our community. All right. Okay. Here's another, analysis that I showed yesterday where we saw sort of the breakdown of this 88.75 marker, and I want to show you guys that on a smaller time frame. So that's this marker right here. Okay. So what happened was we basically double top right here, started breaking down inside this area, and then we broke down right through, right? So this 88.75 marker was key and especially this marker right here, 88.50. So this little $25 zone, because if you look over here, this was previous resistance, flipped into support, pushed up all the way through, used it as support, smashed through it, and then used that same area as resistance, smashed through, and then create a new marker as support, and then smash down through it. Okay, these are the important things that you need to be able to understand in terms of technicals. And if you don't understand how to look at the market when it's switching its positioning and it's showing you that different SR levels are being created, you're never going to succeed, because you're basically going to be on the wrong side of the trade every time if you don't realize what are the key markers that are being flipped as support and resistance by algos. And for this, I actually watch specifically, the L2 data, which is the order book data, as well as, the free flow of the orders coming in. And I watch on different exchanges. So for example, I watch on Bitfinex, BitMEX, and Binance. One thing I've noticed so far on Binance is Binance has the buyers, BitMEX has the sellers. So just something to keep in mind, just a good tip for you guys if you want to go on Trading Light. This is a subscription that I have, and I show my Advantage members every single day, what I'm seeing in the subscription. Okay. So yeah, I'm still thinking that, this support is probably holding for now. Okay. I don't see us breaking the support unless, the S&P 500 E-mini futures, or when the market opens in about 2 hours or so. If the market starts breaking down again, I probably figure BTC breaks down. And you guys have heard me say this, right? Bitcoin will only go up if the S&P 500 goes up, okay? I don't know how else to make that more clear to you, but that is the name of the game right now. Watch the stock market, all right? BTC is still considered a high-risk asset, excuse me, a high-risk asset, and it moves with the stock market. Okay, so you just have to watch, ES or the S&P 500 right there, and the way it moves, I think Bitcoin will move with it. All right. On the daily chart, we rejected that 92.25 marker that I've been talking about for so many days, almost perfectly. Okay, if by tomorrow or the day after, let's just say we start climbing back up, I personally think that we might actually take a stab at 92.25 or potentially higher. Okay, that's kind of my thought process. I don't know if we're going to go that much higher, but I probably figure, $9,500, $9,600 is possibly, just the peak for our next mini cycle. And then, we might distribute up there kind of like we did over here, and then possibly start breaking down. But again, all that depends on how the S&P 500 will do. If you want to, again, check out our view on the stock market, go watch the video that I showed you at the beginning of my stream right now, okay? The bull versus bear perspective on equities, all right? And that's on our YouTube. You can go check out our Twitter page too. I put a lot of important information on the Twitter page, things that I'm looking at in terms of the market, things that could affect not only equities, but also Bitcoin, okay? Remember that Bitcoin is now in a world where it is very much tied to the hip of the equity markets. So whatever is happening in the equity markets, Bitcoin will move with it. And you don't really need to know a whole lot about the fundamentals of Bitcoin, in my opinion. The only thing that's coming up for Bitcoin is the halving, right? Which is in like 10, 15 days. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of fundamentals. Unless some government chooses to say that they're banning Bitcoin or they're, using Bitcoin, then the price might spike up. But that's all speculation anyway, okay? So I believe for the most part that, I still think that BTC has another big leg down, just like the equity markets, to the downside. But that doesn't mean in the near term, we might not push back up here and then start breaking down, okay? All right, well, those are my thoughts for the day, folks. You guys have my analysis at hand. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. And again, come join Advantage membership, okay? In about a day, we're gonna switch our prices from 97 per month to 125. So come join. You will get the crypto analysis. You will get the equities analysis. And Fossil gives stock of the day, top growth stocks, and then stock alerts as well. And then I provide, Forex channel updates. Fossil provides equities updates. And then we also, trade options that we show our community exactly what we're, trading in terms of BTC options or equity options. Okay. All right, folks, that's it. Hope y'all come join, give us a thumbs up, and hit subscribe. All right. Cheers.